Hi, and welcome to another episode of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox. And I have some massive news. Now, as I'm recording this, it's 12:30 in the morning, as in, just gone midnight, so Monday morning. And it looks like later today, Humza Yousaf will announce his resignation. Now, I know I said last Thursday that it looked like he was going to go on Friday. And indeed, I said it was a rumour. And I say this is a rumour too. But on my video last week where I said this, I did say that he was likely to go Friday or Monday. He may want to spend the last weekend in Butte House enjoying the facilities before going. And of course, he did have an announcement or a press release at 9:30 on the Friday morning, which he then cancelled and went off and talked about other things. But all weekend, he's been talking about how he's going to fight, how he's going to do this, how he's going to do that. Fight. His definition of fighting was to write a begging letter to each of the party leaders, Douglas Ross, Anna Sowar, and so forth, and beg them to not take him out as leader, beg them to not take him out, take the SNP out of government. That's not fighting. That's coming out with both hands raised and waving a big white flag. But of course, you don't expect anything else from Humza Yousaf than the biggest of big white flags. Although, of course, it would have broken his little heart. Flag I wave. White. But there we go. Now, where am I getting this information from, you may be asking? Well, it's not just anyone. It's the National. It is the mouthpiece of the SNP. It is their Pravda. And so I will ask you at this point to please do me a favour and hit the like button on this video. It absolutely massively helps. So do hit the like button at this point. And if you are yet to subscribe, while you're hitting the like button, hit the subscribe button. That too massively helps, because there's not only the extension of this story, there's much more to come across so many different stories. So you want to stick with it. Now, I'm going to go through this article in the National. I'm not going to read it out, verbatim. We'll just go through the sort of the main talking points of it, because otherwise I'll be here all day. So I'll just go this. But according to this, now, this, as you're listening to it, it's going to be 6 o'clock in the morning. If you're one of the early birds, that's when this video is going live. Otherwise, you'll be listening to it, later on in the day, whatever. But for those early birds, well done, getting up nice and early, hitting this, and that's you're going to be the first ones to do it. So be aware. But the reports are most definitely now. It looks like it's almost certain. Put it that way. It's a rumor, but it's almost certain. Humza Yousaf is preparing to step down as leader and first minister today. This is what's happening. Now, this news comes, obviously, he's facing the two votes of no confidence, one in him, one against his government, that we voted on this week. He knows now, because of what the Greens are saying, whatever, that he can't win them. He can't win. He's done. The only one who could save him was Ash Regan, but one of the demands she had was for SNP members contenders to stand down in certain constituencies to give Alaba members a vote, a chance. And the SNP said, no, they're not prepared to do that. And it was that moment, I think, that Humza Yousaf knew the gig was up and he'd have to throw in the towel. And throw the towel in, he's going to. And so he's going to disappear off into the sunset. And I don't care if it's like, doing the honourable thing and going tomorrow, or hanging out and being humiliated on Wednesday. As Lady Macbeth said, stand not on the order of your going, just go. And that's what we want him to do. Just go. But Sunday night, the paper reported that Yousaf has concluded that he will now have to stand down, and he will do so today, Monday. Now, it's used this time. I'm going to read this verbatim because it's important when you listen to the wording. It's cited a source, and this is it. Close to the First Minister. Yeah, source close to the First Minister, it says. As saying, Humza knows what's best for the country and the party. He is at first a party activist and a party man. And that's why he knows it's time for someone else. So that's him, I think, soft announcing his departure. Now, he can't be him saying it, obviously, because that would be too egotistical even for him. So they've gone a source close to the First Minister. That's political journalism speak for the First Minister. So it's him announcing it, but they're saying a source close to, unattributable sources. That's what that means. He's leaked that himself under that pseudonym of a source close to. So that's a soft announcement. So when he does announce it tomorrow, it's like people are going, oh, he's going to go. Is this his announcement? Yeah, but they're all expecting it, and so it's not going to be a big shock or anything. Now, the paper reported also that the senior SNP figures have all now been told of Yousaf's decision. Although they're saying that the timing of the resignation is unclear, but the reports will pile immense pressure on him to move aside tomorrow. They're saying it could be tomorrow, it could be Tuesday, but I think once this is out now, it's going to be today. But of course, that's it. We're there. He's done. He's gone. He's history. He's a dot. He's going to ride off and hopefully never sully the headlines again, unless it's when he's being arrested as part of Operation Branch Form or whatever it is that he's going to get involved in, Operation Copa. But you got to look who's going to replace him. Well, there can only be one, as Highlander said, and that of course is Kate Forbes. And of course, the point is now they're going to have to anoint Kate Forbes. There are others who want the job. Obviously, Neil Gray. Neil Gray's sort of itching to have a go at it. You have Beryl coming up from Westminster. He wants to have a go at it. Stephen Flynn. Mary McCallan said she might put her hat in the ring, but she's busy, carrying the Messiah, and she's going to be off for a while. Plus, also, she's very inexperienced, very young, never held senior positions, doesn't really know what she's doing, not up for it. So I don't think she's a real contender anyway. And also, she's too closely linked with Humza Yousaf, so she's got that streak of loser painted all across her. One of the others mentioned in the press as a chance, I honestly know, and that's John Swinney, but not a chance at all. He needs to be kept well away from it. But there is, strangely, and even I'm astonished with this one, spinning Jenny. It looks like she's coming up the inside and making a charge for the finish line. Jenny Gilruth, and she's like, no, certainly not. She's too thick, But the other thing is, they don't want a competition. They can't afford it, and there may be an election called in the middle of it if you've got a 6-week competition. And they saw how damaging the competition was last time, sort of 13, 14 months ago, when everyone was slagging off everyone else, and it was just like skeletons coming out of closets and that. They don't want it. They don't need it. So I think that those who want it, who aren't called Kate Forbes, will be convinced to stand down, and they will crown Kate Forbes by tomorrow evening, and she will be the new leader, and they'll all have to suck it up. And there we go. That's my prediction, is that there'll be no fight, and they'll coronate Kate Forbes, and she'll be the immediate new leader. Can't think of anything else. Anyway, there we go. Obviously, live breaking news. This is like this time of the night, as I'm recording. This time of the very early morning for you when you're reading or not reading, watching. So do spread the word and absolutely hit like on the video. It is so important. Thanks very much. Keep an eye out. The story will change. The story is live. Till next time, stay safe, stay well, and I will speak to you later. Bye.